Mula, I'm DJ Toro. Join me every Monday to Thursday, 7 until midnight. The premium classics on Gold FM, only the classic hits.
On FBC News tonight, Father Peter Lloyd Chong becomes the second Fijian to be ordained Archbishop of the Catholic Church of Fiji. Sevens wizard pulls out of Moscow 2013. And LTA records a decrease in road accidents since the introduction of speed cameras. Welcome to FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. The ordination of Archbishop Peter Lloyd Chong today marked more than a significant milestone in the history of the Catholic Church in Fiji and the region. Thousands converged at the Vodafone Arena in Suva today to witness this divine event, which will no doubt feature in Fiji's history books. Akasita Tale was at the ordination.
Hymns, Mass and prayers filled the Vodafone Arena today as thousands of people from all walks of life gathered to witness one of Fiji's biggest and historical events. It goes without saying that today was also an emotional one, not just for the many that turned up, but for this man, Father Peter Lloyd Chong, the new Archbishop of the Catholic Church of Fiji.
In this ordination, God calls us for a moment to put aside racial, ethnic, religious, political barriers and differences, to listen to His call, to see and to follow the light of God's power.
Father Chong is the second Fijian and diocese priest to be raised to this honor.
Here when they see such things like this one, it was very helpful because it will attract many young people to come in and look what is life mean to this world.
Many left their families, villages and islands to be present here. A group of 70 men and women left Yasawa on Thursday for Suva to witness and experience the historic event.
There were only few of us delegated from Yasawa to be part of this event, and we are very happy to be here.
Important for me, being a leader is very hard, and you have to be a role model to the rest of the people, being a follower of Jesus. So basically that's how it is important for me.
This was also the time to rekindle lost ties, meet old friends, and one which drew much attention was the merchandises to be kept for memories.
Before Mass ended, people were coming to us. We asked them, no, you have to wait for Mass to finish. Then we start selling. We've made a lot of sale today.
And this group of women from Lauthala Bay came in their own kalavata to brighten the gloomy weather.
We are standing out where we just want, it's just part of our, our colors. We think it's a color that goes with our parish, Holy Eucharist Parish.
More than 15,000 people of all races, cultures, different backgrounds and different religions gathered today at the Vodafone Arena to witness one of Fiji's main historic events, and that is the ordination of Fiji's new Archbishop. Aksita Tale, FBC News.
Fiji's preparation for the Sevens World Cup in Russia has been dealt a blow as Sevens maestro Waisale Survey today announced he will not be able to join the team in Moscow. In a phone call to Fiji Rugby Union, Sarevi said it was due to work commitments and his US permanent resident visa application process. Survey was told to have joined the team as assistant coach. In his message to the Fiji Sevens team, Sarevi says, quote, "Make sure that you train hard. Focus on the goals to win the World Cup, which I believe you can do for all Fijians back home and abroad. Play like it's the last game of your life and give it your all," unquote. There's been a significant drop in accidents on Viti Levu since the introduction of speed cameras. The Land Transport Authority's been working tirelessly over the last few months targeting accident-prone areas. As Roland Koroy reports, it's paying dividends.
Fiji's road death toll stands at 14 compared to 16 for the same period last year, and the majority of these accidents occur in the Western Division. The authority is working to keep the toll at a minimum, and the signs are encouraging.
In the last 2, 3, 4 months, we have actually established the Western Division as our major areas of operation. And yes, for example, for the last 2 months, there hasn't been any accident in the West, due to our presence there almost every 2, 3, 4 days in a week.
Ilyas Sokia says while the LTA is happy with the work of its officers, drivers will also have to be commended for their part.
So that's an indication to us that people are actually following, they're actually driving more carefully, and they are observing the rule of law in terms of observing and respecting the national speed limit.
Speeding has remained the #1 killer on Fiji roads in the past, and although it may be a long time coming, the LTA strongly believes speed cameras are the answer to keeping drivers within the speed limit and, more importantly, keeping safe. Roland Koroy, FBC News.
The Itoke Land Trust Board accumulates around $5 million at the end of each month in undistributed lease money. This was revealed by TLTP General Manager Alipateng Getaki, who says the money belongs to land-owning units that have yet to establish their bank accounts. As Eleanor Turanga View reports, it's government policy that lease money is distributed evenly to all living members of a land-owning unit or matangali.
All lease money that is to be distributed to land-owning units will have to be deposited into their bank account. However, around 30,000 individual landowners don't have a bank account yet.
Don't distribute any funds unless there is a bank account. We don't give any cash, so it's related to the accounts that have not been opened. We will have individual bank account or card for each member of the landowning unit. Okay, we are working on that now. At the moment, we cannot fully achieve that because we need to expand our own computer system.
Singapore IT company Yalaman Chile has been contracted to work on their IT system. As well, the company will be updating records at the Wolani Kaumbula and computerize it to link it online with TLTB.
Every month, we need to know how many are living in that Matangali, how many living members. So we'll have to have a certificate from the Wolani Kaumbula to say, Matangali so-and-so, at the end of this month, they have 300 living members.
Alipateng Getaki says the TLTB is working hard to ensure they fully implement this policy.
We hope that at the latest, by the first quarter next year, everybody will have either a bank account or a card. And that will synchronize with the align our payment system to the government system like they are doing for FNPF and FERCA and all that.
The policy was introduced by government in 2010. Eleanor Turangeview, FBC News.
In the news ahead, new NGO to focus on needy children.
I wake up in the morning, I prefer to go down to the gym, get a bit of physical work done. Also, later on in the day, I decide to go through for meditation. I do a bit of reading to find out what the latest songs are, a bit of research. And for me, it's all about the listeners.
Hey, what's up? I'm Rio, and this is the Traffic Jam every weekday from 3 o'clock to 7, only on Today FM. Today is hit music. What's up?
Ni sambulo binaka oya wone kamanalangi oni nandorungo diao mai na diwa kina rua na bisinga mai na moniti kina bagarumbu kana radio Fiji wana ndoma ibiti bongani bianyano nama katalenga na bengo na sasibiani na tinna kaloko na bembongi ni bukilulu kena bima mani walu na bembongi ni bakaruwai mai na mbuza ni balu ni ngai namaka.
Welcome back. You're with FBC News. New owners of the now-closed quarry in Nasinu are looking forward to expanding their business. Basic Industries, which has taken over a lease formerly held by the Fiji Roads Authority, says there's still rocks left in the quarry.
Being the only quarry operators at the Matin Korvatu area in Nesinu, Basing Industries has more resources at its disposal.
The way we used to operate previously is we had our own quarry pit, and Public Works had their own quarry pit side by side. So the problem was there was a big piece of rock in the middle that couldn't be accessed.
Walla Walla says their rock extraction includes plans for environment protection and leaving the area in a state that it can be used by landowners.
And what we plan to do is we're going to have a proper rehabilitation plan so that at the end of the quarry life, the landowners will be able to use the land for other land development.
Fiji Roads Authority boss Neil Cook says since they have lost the lease for the pit, there is no use keeping the quarry open.
The signing of a lease for part of the pit site with a different operator effectively meant that the Nasinu quarry became a non-viable business at that time.
Landowners who work in the government quarry will be taken in by Basic Industries. Epeli Tukuasa, FBC News.
A new non-government organization is now working in Fiji. Called Help the Child Trust, founder Chandrasekhar says they want to give children better opportunities in life.
The founder and CEO of the new NGO was inspired by the death of his son.
I had only one son, and unfortunately we lost him in an accident. And since then my heart goes out for families who have got children, and the children are not being looked after, they are being neglected. And I don't want to see any child being neglected, and that is the whole idea that has inspired me to work on for the welfare of children.
Help the Child Fund is backed by local corporate companies and friends from abroad.
I'm very fortunate to have good friends and ex-Fiji residents living abroad. I've got a group in US who are already working on fundraising for the organization. Similarly, I've got colleagues in Australia, New Zealand and other countries.
The focus of this NGO is solely on children's welfare, education and development.
The objectives are very many. We've got child care, neglect, we've got skills development for employment generation, we've got protection. Our logo looks at how we would like the children to grow in excellence, and our logo is a bird, and that's what we want our children to be, really to reach the heights in flight. In whatever they do, they must have success, and this is what we are going to facilitate.
Help the Children Fund will soon have an office to run its operations.
With this new NGO coming into play, the unfortunate now have more opportunities for assistance and development for their children. Mikalonga, FBC News.
The Tokay Land Trust Board and Nosuri Town Council have agreed to share information. A memorandum of understanding was signed between the two institutions. The MOU will see the TLTB and Nosuri Town Council working together to address similar concerns such as arrears.
In our case, arrears of rent. In their case, arrears of rates. So that is a common issue. Most of the town councils are situated in land that belong to the state and also Tokay land. So there are issues there about services that are provided by the council, issues like extension of boundaries for town councils, representation in councils.
The TLTB hopes other municipal councils will follow suit and enter into similar agreements. In sports news ahead, Big Guns revamp Flying Fijians for Classic All Blacks match.
Isambolo binaka, nadhango waji soni ndalai, na makio mani wasini ngono borota kina lali ne kabi, maina tolu kina bitu, ena moni dingina por rombuka, ena Mbula FM, na bandu ena serre.
सूरज की पहली किरण के साथ दिन की शुरुआत कीजिए। सुबह का मंगल प्रभात आपको शुभ हो। सुबह सुबह हो खुशियों का मेला, ना लोगों की परवाह ना दुनिया का झमेला, पंछियों का संगीत हो और मौसम अलबेला। मुबारक हो आपको ये खूबसूरत सवेरा। हर सोमवार से लेकर शुक्रवार तक सुबह 6 से लेकर 9 बजे तक शामिल रहें रेडियो फिजी 2 पर हम सफर में रविंद्र सिंह के साथ।
Welcome to FPC Sports. Fiji Rugby Union Chief Executive Manasamba Ravilala says Rugby House has accepted reasons given by Sevens great Waisale Serevi on him not joining the team in the Sevens World Cup in Russia.
He's always available to put his hands for Fiji. And as you know, that on this trip, he was not being paid. He was offering his services free, as usual. I know that we will miss him, but I also understand his commitment there in the U.S., and we wish him all the best.
Baravilala says Fiji's preparation to the World Cup will not be hampered.
Between Dharma and Derek, I think there's sufficient coaching abilities there to guide the boys in Moscow this year.
Flying Fijians coach Inoke Male has named a strong lineup to face the classic All Blacks on Wednesday at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. French top 14 players Napoleoni Nalanga and Seremaya Bai have been named in the Flying Fijians team. Also included in the team is Montpellier's Masi Matandingo and Timothy Nangusa. The 28-member team marches into camp tomorrow at the Uprising Resort. Round 2 of the Southern and Eastern Fiji Secondary Schools rugby competition was completed today. Particular attention, though, was paid to the Southern Games, where organisers are adamant that they've produced their strongest teams this year. Elena McDonald checked out the action in Veuta today and was told their 3-year plan to secure the Dean's Trophy is beginning to unfold.
Whether it be the under-15s, 17s or under-18s, teams from the South believe they can dominate the Fiji Secondary School finals in August.
In all our competition this year, we are now seeing that the points between schools are now very, very close. So I think we are on the right track towards what we are trying to achieve.
With games completed so far, they believe 2 schools have the best odds at winning the Dean's Trophy this year.
Nasinu and AOG so far. The others, they're still to play. This is just into our second round, and most of the teams are just playing their first game.
In results today, Suva Grammar, AOG and Nasinu dominated the under-15s. Dudley High was strong in the under-16s and 17 grades, while Nasinu stepped up in the seniors. With 3 rounds remaining, and no matter what the conditions, the top schools are starting to put their hands up to be the best they can be leading up to the Deans. Elena McDonald, FBC Sports.
Police fought off a brave effort by defending champions Navy in the Suva Rugby Union's club competition today. Police edged Navy 18-17. In other premier games, Nambua beat QVS Old Boys 13-10. Rewanga hammered RKS Old Boys 41-3. Army were 27-12 winners against Tadirua. Savura managed to beat Marist 7-6. Lomaiviti Green defeated Covenant Brothers 29-15. Fiji's biggest rugby union, Suva, continued their centennial celebrations with the launch of their new website at Novotel Suva, Lami Bay yesterday. This website marks a new chapter for the union. Officials say that the website will keep fans, sponsors and former reps updated on the union's activities. Users will be able to access a scoreboard of weekly club competitions, among other features. Launching the website was a long-time rugby administrator in Fiji.
And I congratulate you all for this achievement. As a rugby administrator, I'm really excited about the use of this website to facilitate all the office administrative activities and record keeping of the Suva Rugby Union. In return, all the information would be accessible to all members of the union, ensuring accountability and transparency. This is the way to go for all the affiliated unions because they do not have, or at least many of them, proper office and staff.
Jeremiah Tui and Doreen O'Connor took out the singles competition in the South Pacific Bowling Carnival at the Suva Bowling Club. Tui went up against another seasoned campaigner, Semesa Naisorvatu, while O'Connor saw off Loretta Kotoisuva in the finals. The week-long bowling carnival will come to an end tomorrow with the Pineapple Cup. A new winner will be crowned tomorrow as the Papua New Guinea champion, Poumat Topal, will not be competing this year. It will be the 89th year for the Pineapple Cup. To the weather now, and with the exception of Suva and Savu-Savu, all other centres experienced fine weather today. Lambasa was at a high 33 degrees today, while Suva recorded the lowest temperature of the day at 27. If you're in Suva, then you can expect the rain to continue tomorrow. For other major centres, it should be fine. And the rainy weather should take us into the new week for the Central Division. The further outlook for other centres is for fine weather. The headlines again. Father Peter Loy Chong becomes the second Fijian to be ordained Archbishop of the Catholic Church of Fiji. Sevens wizard pulls out of Moscow 2013. And LTA records a decrease in road accidents since the introduction of speed cameras. To our weekly poll question now, and we ask, can Fiji win the Pacific Nations Cup? To take part, visit www.fbc.com.fj. Remember to send us newsworthy pictures and videos. Email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj. Until tomorrow, good night.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मिर्ची रफ्तार से मैं अश्निल सिंह। शामिल हो जाइए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 3 to 7 PM।